welcome to Jazzy Tuesday. So I'm just gonna make sure that this might not be possible, but maybe Facebook can also see what I'm doing. I'm in a little bit of a cramped space today, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. That might work. Well, we might do Facebook gets either torso or maybe some feet. Might do some wiggling back and forth. But welcome to Jazzy Tuesday. So if you're tuning in for the first time, Jazzy Tuesday is your weekly reminder to make some jazz, practice a little bit if you'd like, or maybe just listen to a favorite song. And I'm going to be here practicing for a little while, and I'll share a little bit about what I'm practicing today and this week, and some thoughts about what I'm working on and all that good stuff. So I'm going to do a lot of playing some music from Girl in the Groove, which is Jen Hodges' new album. I really, really like it. It's giving me a lot of life these past few weeks. So I'm really, really digging this song called Earthquake Drill. It's, I think, the sixth track on her new album. So I think I'll start with some dancing to that and some things that I've been thinking about this week. I was thinking I really want to have a little bit more involvement with my upper body. I think especially when I have a moment where I have a lot more focus on my feet. I think I was chatting a little bit about this last week, where having the idea of an interesting rhythmical idea with an interesting visual idea. I think sometimes I pick one or the other, and I'm working a little bit on combining those and having that be a little bit more consistent. And really trying to work on both at the same time. Hey Gabby, oh, good to see you. Thanks for coming. So with that said, if you are practicing something and you want to let me know, I really love hearing about what y'all are working on. And and if you need something to practice, and you practice something that I've been working on, I would love to know how it's going. So I'm going to work on making those more creative visual ideas with some rhythms. And I think space-wise today, I would like to do a lot of, less kicking, and I'm thinking maybe some quick and small things. So I don't know. Well, I think I'm going to start with a song. I'll just dance and see what happens. So I'll go ahead and dance to that lovely song that I mentioned, Earthquake Drill, and that's on that new album that I mentioned, Girl in the Groove. Super fun. So I'll do a little bit of a get in the groove, in my own groove, dance, and we'll see. Hey, thanks for coming. All right. All right, I think it's a lost cause on getting Facebook to be able to see me. But, oh, wait, stop. Okay, I got Bandcamp figured out. Hey, if you want to find that song for yourself, it's on Bandcamp. And you should buy the whole album because it's all good. Hey everyone, thanks for coming. So, anyway, I'm finding, man, in particular in this very confined space, dancing with my arms has a lot more, I think, possibility for being interesting, with a lot less, I guess, lower body craziness. So I'm particularly interested in going down that rabbit hole a little bit. And then, I don't think this really has much to do with anything that I was just talking about, but something that I was thinking about was, I really like the clarinet solo in this song. I really, really love it a lot. I'm gonna look up really quick the person who's playing. Oh, Joseph Abbott, of course. Yeah, so Joseph Abbott is on clarinet on this piece. And I really, really like it. And there's, so I've been learning clarinet. It's really hard. And I'm not a terribly musically inclined person. I'm trying to learn more about it. But when I'm listening to this clarinet solo in particular, I hear a couple of squeaks, and they fit so nicely in the song, and Joseph Abbott really makes them work beautifully in it, and they add a lot to what's already happening, which I think is really cool. And when I'm playing on this Instagram is perched on my clarinet case, but when I'm playing clarinet and I make a squeaky sound, I don't know how to stop squeaking, and I don't know how to make the squeak, I don't know how to squeak tastefully, and I think I'm feeling a little squeaky backed up into this rather small corner. So anyway, I'm just kind of, some words from my teacher are kind of rattling around in my brain about you're going to squeak, like squeaking is not an option. It's not something that you can, pretend isn't gonna happen. It's gonna happen, that's okay. You just gotta roll with it. And I think something here that I've been thinking about is like getting a little grumpy about like, oh, I have to dance in a small corner. But like, you just gotta roll with it, and you gotta make it into something that's musical, that's still jazz. Like this is just, I don't know, I'm getting a little lost for specific words, but yeah, this squeaking and proverbial squeaking, I guess, when I'm dancing, that just kind of came to mind when I heard this particularly lovely clarinet solo, which has squeaks in it. Anyway, so I'm just trying to think about like, when I either back myself up into a literal corner, or finding myself into in some unknown dance territory or music territory, being able to roll with it. And the best jazz, I think, happens when you when I sort of let go of a lot of expectations and sort of just discover what it's going to be. And I would like a little bit more of that feeling in this corner. I would like to discover what this corner can have for some jazzy times this evening. So I think that means I'm just gonna put on another song. I think I would like a different song, though I do really like that one. I guess I could dance to it again. But I think I want to dance to I Got Rhythm, and that's another one on that same album. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to really get in the groove and let go of some expectations, which I think also applies specifically to this idea of trying to have more of my body involved in a way that lets rhythms be visually interesting, and having those ideas come together. And I think having too high of expectations, just like last week when I was talking about not being too clever, I think this is sort of that same idea. And anyway, last week I was talking about a comment that I got from a teacher, Nathan Bew, who said, "You're trying to be too clever," and that was my interpretation was that I was overreaching, setting some expectations for some things that weren't attainable. So anyway, I think managing some expectations, but not in a way that degrades the jazz that could be made, but rather discovering what jazz could possibly be made, I think is the idea that I'm going for. So I'm gonna try to dance to this lovely song called I Got Rhythm. And it's got a long intro if I remember correctly. So I think we might have a little bit of wiggle time first. I might do some stretching while the song gets started. We'll listen to lovely Jen Hodge singing a very beautiful verse. Here we go. Alright. Hey, thanks for joining. Okay, I got rhythm. I'm gonna stretch for a second.
Don't need what money can buy. Birds in their trees sing their days full of song. Why shouldn't we sing along? I'm chipper all the day, happy with my lot. How do I get that way? Look at what I've got. I got rhythm, and I got music. I got my love, who could ask for anything more? I got daisies in green pastures. I got my love, who could ask for anything more? Old man trouble, I don't mind him. You won't find him round my door. I got starlight and I got sweet dreams. I got my love, who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more?
All right, Jen Hodge. Okay, out of breath. That's a good sign. Oh, but not again. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. Stretching felt good. I should do more of that. Oh boy. All right, and I'm trying to manage how much music I'm playing. Oh, Monica, good to see you. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, cool. So I'm gonna drink some water. I need to maybe stretch more, but I'm trying to manage how much music I'm playing. Apparently you're not allowed to provide your viewers with a music listening experience. This is a dancing experience in my opinion, but I don't know how Facebook feels about that. So I'm gonna try to do a lot of talking in between. But I think it's helpful for me at least to kind of process my thoughts aloud. I'm generally a verbal processor, so I think this works nicely, and hopefully it's a little bit informative. Yeah, I like letting go of some expectations. I'm gonna actually drink water first. I used to do that when I was teaching classes all the time. Hold my water bottle without the lid and shake it around and forget to actually drink the water. Anyway, so that song was a lot more fun to dance to, not for difference in anything about the song versus the other song. I think just in the difference of mindfully going into the song thinking about like, I'm gonna come and discover what this song has for me and what this rather small dancing corner has for me today. And Facebook, I think it's about this much of me. But anyway, I think, yeah, approaching things more in a discovery manner is good. I like it a lot. I'm gonna keep that, and it's not a new idea. It's not even mine, but it is something I can do it. Yeah, okay. Internet's a little okay. We lost it. Internet for a second. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, letting go of expectations and sort of discovering what kind of jazz will come out of a song or a step or a circumstance is something that I feel like I talk about a lot, and then sometimes I forget to do it, particularly in my practice time. I think I've talked a little bit about like I'll make lists of things to do during practice, which I maintain is a nice thing to do for having jumping off points. But I think making sure that they are just jumping off points so that the expectations of accomplishing all of, like, jazz is not something that you accomplish, it's something that you continuously make and continuously discover each time you make a little bit of it. I think that coming to practice with a list and going through the list like accomplishments might take away a little bit of the jazzy feeling. And I think simultaneously coming to a practice space and having some expectations of like maybe square footage or, you know, how aesthetically pleasing my dancing might look in a day. You know, there are things to work on, of course, but I think coming back to the idea that we're just making some jazz, and that is the goal at the bottom of it. So I think I'm gonna do one more song and call it good. Yeah. I think some concrete ideas. Oh, I lost my album here. Some concrete ideas that I have been enjoying both this week and particularly in this last song that I danced to. I particularly liked following my arms a little bit more. And I think just in terms of like proprioception, I think I have a little bit more awareness of my arms in this small space. So following my arms a little bit more felt good. And letting my arms be a little bit more in charge of what my lower body does is both an idea that I've kind of been intrigued by for a while and haven't really explored. What better time than now? And I generally like the look of more arm involvement, and I think this is a pretty good approach to having some more involved arms, having the arms be the leaders for a moment. So yeah, I think I might just dance to that I Got Rhythm song. I mean, it's just really, really nice. Yeah, well, let's see. How slow is this one? This one's a little long. Oh, solo song might be kind of nice. Do they get louder though? This might be it. Okay. So this will be the last thing for the evening. This song is called Use Your Head. I'm gonna let it play for a second because it is 4 minutes and 29 seconds long. I'm gonna try to manage the sweatiness. So, once again, this is Girl in the Groove by Jen Hodge. This is her new album, and you can find her on Bandcamp. Oh, song suggestion. The Business of Love by Domino. I will look that up. Thank you, Ryan Anthony Henry, for that suggestion. Here we go. Use Your Head by Jen Hodge. And go buy her album. It's on Bandcamp. I think I've said that about 5 times. So now I'm gonna dance, and that'll be our evening. All right. Oh, I'm less out of breath. Slow songs are good songs. All right, I think that brings us to, yep, it is 5:30 kind of, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah. Oh, that's such a good song. Yeah, all right, so one last time, that was from, all that music was from Girl in the Groove, which you can find on Bandcamp. Look up Jen Hodge Bass, and if this is your first time tuning in, this is the new time. Hey, thanks for joining. This is the new time for Jazzy Tuesday up until at least around October. Or through the end of October anyway. So 5 p.m. Pacific time, and there's also a new time, not that new. Hey, Alyssa. Hey. So there's a new time for Stretchy Thursdays as well. So both of these are just friendly reminders to either make some jazz or take care of yourself. So go listen to your favorite jazz song, maybe twirl around in your kitchen for a second, annoy your downstairs neighbors with just a little bit of rhythm. And if you would like to stretch with me, every Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, or whatever that means, wherever you are in the world, I do some stretching. I just like this. I turn on Facebook and Instagram while I do some stretching, and I like to encourage myself to stretch by making myself a nice snack that I get to eat at the end. So if you would like to join me, please do, and make yourself a snack, and you can tell me about your snack if you would like to in the comments. And then I also like to usually chat about a brain snack that I've been chewing on during the week or the month. So if you have those to share as well, I would love to hear them. And until next week, take care. And tomorrow, I have a new podcast going up on my Patreon if you are interested, or a new episode of the same podcast. So go check out my Patreon for the next taco time. That's what this lovely little podcast is called. And I'm really excited about this month's topic. So go check that out on Patreon. You can find me at Bailey McCulley on Patreon. And with that, I'm gonna shut the cameras off. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Take care.